The essence of wellness. Embracing pure ingredients for holistic living in an era dominated by convenience-driven diets and industrialized food systems, the pursuit of pure ingredients has emerged as a powerful movement toward holistic wellness. These natural, minimally processed components form the foundation of nourishing meals while aligning with ecological responsibility and personal vitality. Pure ingredients transcend fleeting dietary fads. They represent a conscious choice rooted in quality over quantity. Whether you're part of the vibrant Ambrotos community or simply curious about mindful eating, understanding the value of unadulterated foods opens doors to profound physical, mental, and spiritual transformation. Defining the core principles of pure ingredients. The term pure ingredients encompasses raw materials untouched by artificial additives, preservatives, or chemical interventions. This includes whole foods harvested at peak ripeness, unrefined grains retaining their bran and germ, and plant-based extracts preserved through traditional methods rather than synthetic processes. These principles extend beyond individual components to encompass ethical production standards. True purity involves fair labor practices, regenerative agricultural techniques, and transparency in supply chains, from seed to shelf. When we prioritize such integrity, we foster a symbiotic relationship between human health and planetary ecosystems. Natural processing. Techniques like cold pressing oils or solar drying herbs retain original nutrients unlike high-heat refinement methods. Eco-conscious cultivation. Organic farming reduces pesticide exposure while promoting soil biodiversity and water conservation. Cultural preservation. Supporting artisanal producers who uphold ancestral knowledge ensures diverse flavor profiles and heritage continuity. Why purity matters in modern nutrition. The modern food landscape presents unprecedented challenges to maintaining nutritional quality. Industrial refining strips away fiber, phytochemicals, and enzymes essential for optimal digestion and metabolic function. Processed foods often contain hidden additives that disrupt hormonal balance and contribute to chronic inflammation. Consider the stark contrast between a store-bought orange juice laden with corn syrup and concentrated flavors versus freshly squeezed nectar rich in vitamin C and bioflavonoids. Every choice we make regarding ingredients impacts our cellular health at the most fundamental level. The science behind nutrient retention studies published in the Journal of Agricultural and Food Chemistry revealed that flash freezing techniques preserve 95% of antioxidant potency in berries, whereas conventional freezing methods degrade these compounds by up to 60%. Similarly, stone-ground whole grain flours retain B vitamins lost during commercial milling processes. This scientific evidence underscores the importance of choosing ingredients processed gently and stored appropriately. Refrigeration, vacuum sealing, and minimal handling all play critical roles in preserving biochemical integrity. Culinary applications of pure ingredients. Chefs and home cooks alike benefit from mastering recipes that highlight the inherent qualities of pure ingredients. A simple vinaigrette made with extra virgin olive oil and aged balsamic vinegar showcases how high-quality base components elevate even basic dishes. When preparing meals, consider ingredient compatibility based on their natural properties. For instance, pairing leafy greens with citrus zest enhances iron absorption due to vitamin C synergy, a principle utilized by nutritionists worldwide. Creative meal prep strategies to integrate pure ingredients seamlessly into daily life. Adopt batch cooking techniques that maximize freshness. Freeze portions of roasted vegetables in silicone molds for quick sauté additions later. Store nuts and seeds in glass jars with oxygen absorbers to prevent rancidity. Invest in tools designed for whole food preparation, mandolins for precise vegetable slicing, slow cookers for gentle extraction of herbal essences, and dehydrators for making homemade fruit leathers without added sugars. The environmental impact of ingredient choices. Selecting pure ingredients contributes significantly to environmental stewardship. Local farmers' markets reduce transportation emissions associated with global supply chains, while seasonally available produce supports regional biodiversity. Industrial agriculture accounts for nearly 80% of freshwater consumption globally. Choosing sustainably grown ingredients helps conserve resources while protecting fragile ecosystems threatened by monoculture farming practices. Sustainable sourcing certification programs like USDA Organic, Fair Trade Certified, and Rainforest Alliance offer reliable indicators of environmentally responsible sourcing. These seals guarantee rigorous standards covering pesticide use, worker conditions, and habitat protection. For seafood consumers, MSC-certified fisheries ensure wild-caught stocks are maintained at healthy population levels. Look for labels indicating Marine Stewardship Council endorsement when purchasing ocean-derived ingredients. Health implications of ingredient purity. Emerging research links chronic diseases, including diabetes, cardiovascular disorders, and autoimmune conditions, to long-term consumption of highly processed foods. In contrast, populations adhering to traditional diets rich in pure ingredients exhibit lower incidence rates of these ailments. The gut microbiome thrives on diverse, unprocessed foods containing prebiotic fibers and beneficial microbes. Fermented delicacies like kimchi and kombucha exemplify how pure ingredients support digestive health naturally. Allergen considerations and sensitivity management. Individuals with food sensitivities derive particular benefits from pure ingredients. Unmodified nut butters free from hydrogenated oils provide safer alternatives for those managing allergic reactions. Single-origin chocolate with cacao percentages above 70% contains fewer additives likely to trigger adverse responses. For people following elimination diets, prioritizing pure ingredients simplifies identifying problematic substances. Clear labeling enables accurate tracking of potential triggers while minimizing cross-contamination risks. Distinguishing quality versus marketing gimmicks. The marketplace abounds with misleading claims disguised as authenticity. Terms like natural flavors and vitamin-enhanced often obscure the presence of artificial compounds. Understanding ingredient lists becomes essential for discerning true purity. Look for statements such as no artificial colors or preservatives alongside ingredient declarations listing only recognizable components. Be wary of vague descriptors like contains natural sources of, which may indicate processed derivatives rather than whole foods. Deciphering label information. Familiarize yourself with common industry abbreviations and technical terminology found on product packaging. Recognize that USDA Organic signifies adherence to federal guidelines prohibiting synthetic inputs, whereas non-GMO Project Verified confirms absence of genetically modified organisms. Pay close attention to allergen warnings positioned prominently near ingredient listings. Even small quantities of undeclared allergens pose significant risks for individuals with severe sensitivities. Overcoming barriers to adoption. Cost considerations frequently deter individuals from embracing pure ingredients. However, strategic shopping habits and bulk purchasing can yield substantial savings. Community-supported agriculture programs also provide affordable access to fresh, locally grown produce. Time constraints present another challenge, particularly for busy professionals. Preparing meals ahead of time in larger batches conserves effort while maintaining ingredient freshness. Utilize frozen fruits and vegetables as convenient substitutes when perfect market selections aren't available. Budget-friendly shopping tips. Optimize grocery trips by focusing on sale items and seasonal abundance periods. Purchase staples like brown rice, lentils, and dried beans in bulk containers to minimize packaging waste and reduce unit prices. Explore farmer cooperative memberships offering discounted pricing structures. Many urban areas host weekly markets featuring direct-to-consumer sales with markup reductions compared to retail outlets. Building a lasting relationship with pure foods. Developing a deep appreciation for pure ingredients requires experimentation and patience. Begin by gradually replacing heavily processed staples with whole food equivalents, observing how your body responds physically and emotionally. Engage with online communities dedicated to clean eating, attending virtual workshops or local gatherings focused on sharing knowledge and recipe innovations. Knowledge exchange fosters collective growth within the Ambrotos network. Conclusion. The journey towards incorporating pure ingredients represents more than mere dietary changes. It embodies a transformative approach to living harmoniously with nature's gifts. By valuing authenticity in every bite, we cultivate resilience both individually and collectively. Take one actionable step today: visit a local farmer's market, try a new whole food recipe, or read ingredient labels more critically. Small choices accumulate into meaningful shifts that define generations committed to wellness and sustainability.